Welcome maximizers to AI in every sphere, where we look at how to use AI and its applications in our everyday lives. Today, we will be looking at how to create impressive PowerPoint presentations easily on any subject with ChatGPT. Now, creating a PowerPoint presentation can be time consuming, especially when you want it to be informative and visually appealing. And this is where ChatGPT and Microsoft Designer, which is in PowerPoint, comes into play. Now, step one is where you would ask ChatGPT to generate content for your PowerPoint presentation, where you would tell it the number of slides, how many words you want per slide. All right, for step one, we could ask ChatGPT to create a PowerPoint presentation and say something like climate change and its impact. I don't really know much about it, but I know it's a hot topic, so let's do that. You could also ask it to do it for maybe 7 slides and maybe 50 words per slide. So we'd say, please generate a 7-slide PowerPoint presentation, right, on climate change and its impact, right? Give me 50 words per slide. No, you don't want an outline, so you would say, I want you to write the content. Do not give me an outline. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so so slide 1, we see it's an introduction to climate change. All right, slide 2, the greenhouse effect, and it is writing content. Slide 3, global warming and rising temperatures. Slide 4, impact on ecosystems. Slide 5, economic and social impacts. Slide 6, mitigation and adaptation. And then slide 7, the role of global cooperation. So this is pretty good, pretty helpful. Now, in step 2, we would ask ChatGPT to use the content from step 1 and to generate VBA code. VBA is Visual Basics for Applications. For step 2, what you're going to do is you're going to ask ChatGPT to use the content from above. So you would say, please use the content from above and write VBA code. Please do not skip any steps and ensure that you have the titles per slide. All right, well, let's see what happens here. Okay, so here it's creating a content. All right, and here you can see that it's giving us each of the slides. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, and so there it is, the code. Now step 3 is where we would copy the code and we would paste that code in PowerPoint. So what we'd have to do, we'd have to open Microsoft PowerPoint, we would access the VBA editor, and we would paste the code in there and run it, and then it would create our PowerPoint. Alright, for step 3, we're going to just simply copy this code. So you would go right here, you click copy it, copy it. Then we go to PowerPoint, so click on PowerPoint. Then we would locate the developer tab, see developer right here, and in the developer tab you're going to go to Visual Basics. Alright, let's click that, and in Visual Basic right here it says module. We will just copy and paste. The easiest way would be Ctrl V, or you could just click it here, and once the code is pasted, then we will just simply go to this green button here, which is for run, and we just click run, and wow, look at that. Now this, and you can see here, these are the 7 slides. So the first one, introduction to climate change, greenhouse effect, global warming and rising temperatures, impact on ecosystem, economic and social impacts, mitigation and adoption, and the last one, number 7, the role of global corporations. So this is just perfect. In step 4, I would be looking at the PowerPoint presentation to see if all the content is in the actual presentation. Now, sometimes because of the word limit, sometimes you may be asking ChatGPT to give you 200 words per slide or even more. Sometimes because of that limit, ChatGPT would give you the basic structure of the PowerPoint presentation, and all you would need to do is just to copy and paste that into the actual PowerPoint presentation for each slide, which is pretty easy if you're just doing a PowerPoint presentation with limited number of slides. All right, for step 4, as I said, what we'll be doing in step 4 is to review and edit. All right, so as I look at this, it seems fine. It seems to be, about that same 50 words that I've asked it. Introduction to climate change, that looks correct. Greenhouse effect, that seems to be correct as well. Global warming and rising temperatures, this seems to be fine as well. Impact on ecosystems, this seems to be fine. Economic and social impacts, again, this also seems to be about 50 words, which is fine. Mitigation and adaptation, that's about 50 words as well. And the role of global corporation. All right, so based on what we're seeing, the content seems to be fine. Now in step 5, I would usually be asking ChatGPT to give me presenter notes, because the content which it would have created before would have been what the audience would have been seeing. For step 5, we'll be asking it for presenter notes, so we would say, please give me presenter notes with 200 words per slide for each of the 7 slides. Ensure that you use the title for each slide above. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Alright, so you would realize now that this this has more information, and we would then, from this, as you can see, it's billing out, slide 3, and it would continue until it does this for the 7 slides, right? And then what we would be doing, we would be copying each of these. I'll show you. We'll be copying each of these from ChatGPT, and we're going to be pasting them into the presenter note section. Alright, so alright, as it ends, okay, it's almost there. Wow, wonderful. Alright, so let's go ahead now, scrolling up. Alright, so the first one we will just, alright, so let's copy this, copy, Control C. I'm going to go into our PowerPoint. Now to add notes, what I typically do is I would use this right here and then just click on this and carry this up. Okay, wonderful. And then I would drop, just click here and then Control V for pasting. And look at that, we have presenter notes. And we would continue to do this. I would go to the second slide here. And then I would go back into ChatGPT and I would grab what we need from ChatGPT and we'll continue that for each of the 7 steps. Alright, in step 6, what we will be doing is we would just simply, in Microsoft PowerPoint, we would go to Designer and we would just ensure that the graphics that Designer would generate would be the kind of graphic that we think would be consistent with the content, and we will just continue to do that for the number of slides, which in our case is actually 7 slides. Alright, in step 6, what we will be doing is we will go to Designer. So let's click Designer. You see there it's generating ideas, and we could just click, for instance, we could click this for the first one, click, just click this for the second one, this for the third one, this for the fourth one, I don't know, so this for the fifth one, this for the sixth one, and this for the 7th one, or even maybe something different with this one. But I mean, look at this, look how wonderful this looks, and we did this in a few minutes. This is just great. In step 7, what I would do is I would go through the entire presentation and I would change words, I would replace words, I would add content just to ensure that it sounds like me. So I would typically use these 7 steps to create impressive PowerPoint presentations easily on any topic using ChatGPT. Now, if you liked today's episode of AI in Every Sphere, remember to like, share, and subscribe.